To extra depth you'll see only on ABC-7. El Paso homeowners left with unfinished construction jobs. The man responsible is now facing a criminal charge, civil lawsuits, and a warrant for his arrest.
Tonight, ABC-7 investigates. This is Mark Hernandez, the owner of two now defunct businesses, American Solar Group and American Roofing Pros.
ABC-7 began looking into Hernandez and his companies late last year after two customers reached out to ABC-7 with concerns. Our investigation has uncovered 9 civil lawsuits filed against Hernandez and his companies since 2018, along with 5 police reports, including one that led to a deceptive business charge filed by the El Paso County Attorney.
Hernandez is wanted on an outstanding arrest warrant for a criminal complaint claiming he was paid more than $30,000 for a roof replacement, but only finished 25% of the job before stopping all communication with his client. And we want to be transparent about this story. ABC-7's parent company, News Press and Gazette, sued Mark Hernandez for $68,000 in unpaid advertisement fees and prevailed.
Our newsroom was not aware of this lawsuit before we started our investigation.
Here's ABC-7's Dylan McKim with what he and content manager Leslie Engel uncovered, along with director John McMinn.
Mark Hernandez here with American Solar Group.
This is American Solar Group and American Roofing Pros LLC owner Mark Hernandez. For years, multiple TV commercials showcased his businesses with claims of reducing or eliminating electric bills and protecting the environment with solar energy. This backyard belongs to El Pasoan Gabriel Garcia, who says he's a former client of Mark Hernandez. Garcia gave us a tour of his property and explained this hole, meant for a swimming pool, was dug 2 years ago.
You can imagine, the feelings that go by. I mean, couldn't sleep for a couple of days, or well, even till this day, I'm still kind of like, you see the mess in the backyard and everything. It's just mind-blowing.
According to a lawsuit filed by Garcia in January, he entered into an agreement in June of 2020 with Mark Hernandez and his company, American Roofing Pros, for a new roof, costing roughly $40,000. After signing the original roofing contract, the lawsuit accuses Hernandez, along with his wife and a financial group, of persuading Garcia to sign a new contract for the roof, solar panels, and a swimming pool to the tune of $100,000. Garcia claims he never even looked at the new contract. He's accusing Hernandez of taking his electronic signature from the original deal and putting it on the new document without his consent. Now, he says, he's stuck with the loan payments.
It's been 2 years since I've had my grandkids over because, to play in the backyard. I had beautiful sprinkler grass back there, Bermuda grass, and we used to always have barbecues and stuff, so I haven't been able to do anything of that.
Garcia's problems did not end there. His lawsuit claims 4 months into the pool work, he received a notice of violation from El Paso's Planning and Inspections Department saying his pool was being constructed without a permit and the hole must be filled. Garcia says to reverse the damage done to his backyard will cost him $10,000.
Well, it is what it is.
Garcia's attorney, Jaime Gondra, says his office has not been able to find Hernandez to serve him with the lawsuit.
We also could not find Mark Hernandez to ask him about these claims. Let me take you through our investigation. After speaking with former customers late last year, ABC-7 decided to do some of our own digging. We reached out to the county attorney's office in December of 2021 and were told nothing was on its desk, but they did see that 4 police reports were filed within the county. We obtained 3 of those police reports from the El Paso Police Department. Among them, 1 inactive case and 2 that are still under investigation. That's according to the county attorney's office. One of those cases led to this arrest warrant Hernandez is now facing for alleged deceptive business practice. This warrant is still active and Hernandez has not been arrested. And this month, ABC-7 has learned the county attorney's office is reviewing a new case from the El Paso Police Department. A record search by the district clerk's office for ABC-7 found that there were 9 civil lawsuits filed against Hernandez since 2018. ABC-7 has also reached out to the El Paso County District Attorney's Office to see if it's investigating any general theft cases against Hernandez, but a spokesman said there's nothing in its office. We made attempts to call Hernandez on 3 separate numbers, but no answers. Both of his last known office locations are closed, the company's signage gone. We also called his wife, who was listed as a defendant in the Garcia lawsuit. She told us she did not want to speak on camera about those lawsuits, but said off camera she had no idea what was going on with the business, and court documents show she's filed for divorce. We reached out to Hernandez's listed attorney, Michael Navarez, multiple times until he said he will not be doing any interviews about Hernandez. Now, there is one more police report we obtained from Horizon City through an open records request. The man who filed it is Jorge Ibarra, who sat down with ABC-7 along with his wife and attorney, Brian Kennedy.
It's just frustrating because, we trusted these guys.
Jorge and Deborah Ibarra say they met with Hernandez and his sales representatives last August, and they signed a contract for a roof replacement and solar panel installation that would cost roughly $38,000. Ibarra says he was skeptical because workers never actually went on his roof to survey it.
They never came out to inspect it. They did everything via Google Earth.
So when the time came for the job to start, Ibarra said the workers discovered a problem. He said they needed more materials to complete the job. Ibarra says Hernandez asked for thousands of dollars more.
There's no way. It was $27,000 worth of material and stuff that it was going to cost.
Ibarra says Hernandez dropped the price. A second contract was drawn up for an additional $17,000, but he said that loan never got approved by the bank. Ibarra says no work has been done since, and the roof remains unfinished. The solar panels were installed, but never connected. The meter box remains empty, and the panels are merely an expensive decoration. Ibarra tells ABC-7 the bank paid the initial $38,000 loan directly to Hernandez, which is typical for construction loans. With money in hand, Ibarra says he could not get a hold of Hernandez about finishing the job.
He won't return phone calls. He won't return anything to the bank as well.
Ibarra says the roof has looked like this for half a year, and they continue to make the $139 monthly loan payment. And now, he says, another materials company placed a lien on their home because Hernandez never paid them for the materials they used on the job.
We can't do anything because we know we're going to have to put out more money. So we can't do anything else to the house until we get this issue resolved.
In addition to filing a police report, the Ibarras retained El Paso attorney Brian Kennedy to represent them in a lawsuit. Kennedy says his office has yet to serve Hernandez because they too cannot find him.
And a search on the Texas Controller's website shows that Hernandez's companies, American Solar Group and American Roofing Pros, are no longer active.
And spokesman Kevin Lyons told ABC-7 both companies lost the right to transact in the state back in February because Hernandez did not file his 2021 franchise tax reports, but explained Hernandez can always file at a later date and get a late charge.
So we're bringing in ABC-7's Dylan McKim now. And Dylan, you also checked into the licensing to install solar panels?
That's right, Eric. His American Solar Group website has been taken down, but before that, we did take screenshots of the pages. The website claimed American Solar Group is licensed to install solar panels. Now, according to a Texas Department of Licensing and Regulation spokeswoman, any company that offers to install solar or have solar installed must be a licensed electrical contractor, and they have to have a licensed electrician do the work. The spokeswoman told ABC-7 she was not able to locate a license for American Solar Group.
And Dylan, you reached out to the FBI and the Texas Attorney General's office, but they can neither confirm or deny investigations?
That's right, Stephanie. And both offices said people should contact them if they feel they are a victim of fraud. You can call the FBI tip line at 1-800-CALL-FBI. Again, all this information is on our website at kvia.com. Just search for this story.
All right, Dylan, excellent reporting. I know it's been months of work. We'll be right back with your Storm Track weather forecast right after this.